it was so incredibly different when the second act starts, where
Yeah.
everything kind of shifts and changes.
Mhm.
What was your reaction when you first found out that Kate and Maddie are going to have a thing?
So I knew early on because they'd been playing with that idea from the beginning, but they just didn't know how they were going to exactly execute it. So I knew that I was going to potentially be another option for Kate, or that I was going to disrupt that very sacred relationship in some way and ruffle some feathers. So I knew that was going to happen. I honestly thought people might be like, oh, this is an interesting option for Kate, but not understanding how fiercely protective the fandom are of that Kate Vi union. And so Amanda, the writer, was like, oh, people are going to be pissed off at you. Like, people are going to be so mad. And I was like, really? Like, are they going to be that mad? Or are they going to think, oh, that she's cute, that she deserves a shot? And Amanda was like, no one's going to no one's going to think that. And I was like, really? And so, but I saw that scene for the first time I did a live stream with Amanda, on a YouTuber's channel, and I watched it for the first time because I hadn't seen it. I mean, I knew I'd done the dialogue for the scene, but I hadn't seen the scene all come together.
Wow.
And seeing it for the first time, I definitely had a similar reaction, because you hear Maddie off screen and then suddenly, like, you see her peeking into frame, and I was like, oh no, like, what?
Yeah.
This is crazy. And so I kind of got it then. I was like, oh yeah, this is, people calling it a jump scare. I was like, this is kind of a jump scare. That's when the hate started. That's when the trauma started, Abby, with season 2. I thought, oh, people are a little mad. Like, I mean, there was like sort of TikTok rants and stuff, and a lot of just, how dare she, like, and all. And I thought, yeah, I'm kind of, and actually, I'll be honest, see, when that all started, the part of me that just wants, the broken child inside me, Abby, that just wants to be loved, was like, oh no, love me. And I had to actually stay, there was a day where I felt a bit sad with the hatred. I was like, oh, this is sad for me and sad for Maddie. And then I stepped out of that and thought, no, you're an actor. This is exciting to play a role that provokes so much deep, visceral feelings in people, all kinds of feelings, right? Hatred and anger and adoration. Like, I mean, it's, for me, that's as a artist and as an actor, that's really exciting. But I just had to separate that from my little, because I was a little sad. The little puppy dog inside me was like, boo.
I saw these tweets where people are saying Maddie did nothing wrong, and I was like,
yeah,
she did wrong. Like, I had that question, like,
yeah,
did wrong. Like, so, like, that's what I had. But I saw those things, like Maddie was wrong and did nothing wrong, and these were the two things that was going on. I was like, wow, this is wild. Never expected this happening. Yeah, it was so.
No, it was wild, and a lot of people were like, I would have done the same. We would have all done the same because we all wanted to be with Kate or whatever. There was a lot of people started like justifying it, and then there was a lot of like kind of jealous reaction as well, like almost like jealous on behalf of Vi. Like, it was very complicated. Like, this is not, she's not good enough for Kate, for whatever. And at that point in the story, I thought, actually, she seems like she is good enough. She seems like quite a viable option for Kate. They're she's a respectful young lady and someone that her mother would have approved of. And I thought, she ticks a lot of boxes as an option for Kate. But then I also knew that things were gonna go south in the next act. So I was like, I didn't want to try and sell that too much, because I didn't want then, when Act 3 came out, people to be like, you lied to us. You deceived them. Yeah. I know. I didn't want to. I had to be careful, especially on social media. I had to be. I did a couple of things. I posted a couple of tweets and stuff to rile people up, but I didn't want to do too much, because I thought I actually don't want to falsely lead people to believe that it's going to play out.
Yeah.
In a specific way. Yeah. Then I would have received the brunt of their hatred, and I would have hated it. Yeah.
At the end of the whole show, shock factor, just like, whoa. Maddie obviously just turning on everybody. Why do you think, even like, according to you, like, why do you think Maddie turned on Kate?
I think, someone had summarized this in a way that I thought was really interesting. Someone said she didn't betray Kate. She was just loyal to Ambessa. And I thought that was interesting. You know, she is a Noxian, that she's like through and through. It's in her blood. It's in her entire being, you know. And so Maddie wasn't doing anything that she thought wasn't right and for the greater good in that sense. And so she should be forgiven.
I saw this kind of actually yesterday or something like that, where people actually found a frame at the time when she was trying to shoot Kate. And there's this smile.
I know.
That she has.
Okay. So I've looked into this. Okay. No, I've looked into the theories. Some people say it's her collar. Some people say it's her smile. It looks like a big wide Cheshire cat, toothy smile.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence, obviously, because that's what when I saw that, and then so from there, people were like, this character's a psychopath. She's a sociopath. And I thought, it was a little hard to defend after seeing that. That's really sinister and dark. That frame. And I missed that actually when I think because when we watched it, you know, because I went to the shrine in LA for the event there, so saw the last act on the big screen with like an audience, like thousands of people in the audience. It was really exciting, but I missed that frame. But it was probably because the audience were just screaming, like, and cheering. Like when the bullet kind of ricocheted back. Oh my God, the death. Yeah, it was outrageous. The sort of expression of emotions. And I was so overwhelmed. I was like screaming. I was like screaming with them. And I was like, oh. And I missed that frame. And then afterwards, when I saw that, I thought, oh, that's cold. But what I noticed, and I noticed it while I was watching it, and I noticed it when I've rewatched that scene, I think you see a flash of remorse for just a split second. Like if you watch that moment between Maddie and Kate, there's a flash of remorse before Maddie attempts to shoot Kate. And I think that's interesting too. There's something to that. There's more going on there. And so make what you want of that.
Yeah, I think
go back and rewatch it. Let me know what you think.
And I think at this point, people will say, oh, yeah, she's definitely lost her mind. She is that, having remorse and having that evil smile at the same time in the next 2 seconds.
Yeah, and that's, again, one of the many multi-layered, tremendous elements of the show is that these characters are just multifaceted and rich and profound and deep. And they can be all kinds of things. All these things can coexist at once.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, good people can do bad things. Bad people can do good things. Is there any such thing as good people, or, you know, completely good people or bad? I mean, it's just all up for discussion. And so I actually like that very sinister, creepy, like Grinch-like smile, which is going to haunt my dreams. I like that thrown in the mix because it opens up a conversation and it creates a more dynamic elements to this character, which they've done throughout, you know. So
I mean,
not mad about it, to be honest.
Me too. Like I feel like if at any point in time, like Maddie was not really shown like as she is the villain, I think with this image, people be like, oh my God, I think she was the one. She was the I know. It created a lot of. It was interesting. I love that. I love just all the Reddit rabbit holes. Apparently, there's a bunch on Discord, but I've not dabbled in Discord yet. But I want to. Are you on there? I'm on Discord, but I feel like if I dabble on in there, because I put this out on Reddit, like you are going to be on my show, and I saw a couple, 3, 4 people were like, why? And that was the comment. I was like, okay. So yeah, that was that.